Ferrari and team principal Frédéric Vasseur have found themselves at the center of yet another round of internal drama, and now rumors are swirling that Ferrari might be ready to part ways with the Frenchman. According to respected international outlets, the Maranello-based squad has reportedly reached out to Christian Horner, the architect behind Red Bull's dominance, to gauge his interest in leading Ferrari into the future. It's a bold move, but is Horner the right person to rescue Ferrari? And just as importantly, what does this reveal about Red Bull's internal struggles? Let's rewind for a second. While Red Bull has seen unparalleled success in recent seasons, things haven't been as stable behind the scenes. Whispers of tension have been building for months. Key figures like Adrian Newey and Jonathan Wheatley have either left or are rumored to be on their way out. And while Horner has been the face of the team since its inception, even his position has come under scrutiny following ongoing investigations and rifts with Verstappen's camp. Ferrari clearly saw an opening. They know Horner's leadership credentials are unquestionable. Personal controversies aside, his ability to build and sustain a championship-winning operation is something Ferrari has been chasing for over a decade. According to German outlet Bild, this isn't Ferrari's first approach. John Elkann, Ferrari's chairman, is said to have previously attempted to lure Horner away, but came up short. Still, timing is everything in Formula One, and this time, the appeal of a new challenge might be stronger than ever. Horner himself has said, "Every great figure in this sport eventually seeks a new challenge." Is now that time? While Horner hasn't publicly responded, the context is clear. Ferrari is considering drastic measures to turn things around. And Horner, love him or hate him, could be the spark that reignites the prancing horse. That brings us to the heart of the matter, Ferrari's culture. Despite a strong podium for Leclerc in Monaco and a decent P5 for Hamilton, the team is still underperforming. Pre-season projections had Ferrari neck and neck with McLaren and Red Bull. On paper, they had the most experienced and decorated driver duo on the grid. But when you consistently fall behind Verstappen and even Mercedes, it's more than just a setup issue. It's a structural problem. Vasseur's leadership is now under a microscope. At first, many believed he was an upgrade over Mattia Binotto. But for a team like Ferrari, finishing anywhere other than P1 is considered failure. And the challenges keep piling up. Hamilton was supposed to be the final piece of the puzzle, a 7-time world champion joining forces with the most historic name in the sport. But so far, the synergy just isn't there. Communication issues between Hamilton and race engineer Riccardo Adami have been glaring, and Vasseur doesn't seem eager or able to make hard personnel changes. And here's the bigger concern. Ferrari's technical team is struggling to convert driver feedback into actual on-track performance. That disconnect between the drivers and the engineers is costing them precious tenths every weekend. But this Ferrari crisis also shines a light on Red Bull. Since the internal investigation into Horner began in early 2024, the team's image has taken a hit. While Red Bull insists everything is under control, public spats between Horner, Helmut Marko, and Jos Verstappen suggest otherwise. The unity that once defined the team is cracking. Right now, Red Bull feels like a one-man team, and that man is Verstappen. But if Verstappen's camp is turning against Horner, the pressure is only going to increase. And Horner, for all his accomplishments, has made it clear he won't lead a team where the drivers believe they are bigger than the badge on the front of the car. So perhaps a fresh start isn't so far-fetched. Still, Ferrari needs this change more than Red Bull does, and they're signaling that loud and clear by revisiting conversations with Horner. Chairman Elkann is reportedly growing impatient. The ultimate test? 2026, when the technical regulations reset. If Ferrari isn't in championship contention by then, Vasseur's days are likely numbered. And here's where it gets interesting. Red Bull is rumored to be losing ground to Mercedes when the new 2026 power units come into play. So a well-timed switch for Horner might actually benefit both teams. Ferrari gets its leader, Horner gets a fresh challenge, and Red Bull gets a reason to rebuild. Ferrari's drivers can feel the pressure mounting. With a third of the season done, Leclerc and Hamilton are stuck in 5th and 6th in the drivers' standings. The realistic target for the constructors' title? Maybe P2 if everything goes their way in Barcelona. Leclerc recently addressed the team's biggest weakness, slow-speed corners. Our low-speed performance is very poor. That's why I came to Monaco pessimistic. I honestly thought breaking into the top 10 would be a struggle. That's a huge statement, and it tells you exactly where Ferrari's problems lie. But change may be coming, starting in Barcelona. That's where new technical regulations on front-wing flexing take effect. The allowance is being reduced from 15 millimeters to 10 millimeters. And here's the twist. Ferrari is reportedly one of the most conservative teams when it comes to front-wing flexibility. According to insiders, they've played it safe, while rivals like McLaren and Mercedes may have pushed the limits. That means Ferrari could gain relative performance after the regulation change. Even Mercedes boss Toto Wolff admitted, Ferrari has probably been the most conservative on flexi-wings. I'm curious to see how the pecking order shifts. And that's exactly what Ferrari is banking on. They didn't bring a full upgrade package to Imola or Monaco. Instead, they've been quietly prepping for Barcelona, waiting for the regulation shift that might finally bring them back into the conversation. Vasseur himself confirmed, "Barcelona is huge for us. We've been working on this for months. We're going to get real answers on the front wing impact, and that could change everything." But here's the bottom line. If Barcelona doesn't deliver, the pressure on Vasseur will hit a breaking point, and the rumors surrounding Horner will only grow louder. Behind closed doors, it's very likely that Ferrari has approached other senior figures in the paddock as well. After all, you don't bring a 7-time world champion into your garage and settle for mediocrity. Everything hinges on the next few races. If the upgrades work, Vasseur gets some breathing room. If they don't, we may see Ferrari hit the reset button. And this time, it might include a complete leadership overhaul. So now, the real question. Should Christian Horner seriously consider jumping ship? Is it time for him to take on a new challenge and prove his legacy beyond Red Bull? Let us know what you think in the comments. And once you do that, check out the video popping up on your screen right now for more deep dives into the wild world of Formula One.